Hi guys, today's lesson is over finding slope in an equation. And other terms you're going to hear for slope in this chapter and in this course are growth factor and rate. So when you think slope, you might also want to think growth factor, you might want to think rate as well. Try to connect all three of those together given the situation. Alright, let's take a look at the steps here and how you're going to find slope in an equation. First step is this, and I'd like you to write this down as I'm going over these steps here. Identify the number in front of x in your equation, okay? Second step, this number is your slope. And notice here how I put in parentheses, pay attention to the sign in front of the number, all right? So let's take a look at two examples here. This first example I'll go over with you. The second example, I'm going to want you to pause and you're going to try to figure out the slope of the equation there. All right, remember we're finding slope in an equation. That is our goal here. So we have the equation y equals 3x plus 4. Well, if I look back at my steps here, I just need to identify the number in front of x, and this is my slope. Well, I see that the number in front of x here is 3, so I'm just going to write, if they ask you for the slope, I'm just going to tell them that my slope is 3, just the number there in front of x. Remember that's also my growth factor, my rate, given the situation there, okay? All right, what I'd like you to do now is I would like you to find the slope of this next equation here. Go ahead and pause this right now, and I want you to try to figure out the slope. I'm going to go on here in about 4 seconds though, so go ahead and pause right now if you need to. All right, going over this equation here, we have y equals 5 minus 3x. Notice that in the first equation here, the x was one of the very first things that you saw here in the equation. Now it's moved here a little bit, but that's not really going to change. We're still going to look for the number in front of x. And notice the little note we made right off to the side. Pay attention to the sign in front of the number. In this case, we have a negative sign, a minus sign, a subtraction sign in front of the 3. So our slope is not just 3, but it is negative 3. Okay? Notice also, too, a couple of things. In our examples here, we did not put x right by our number 3 and negative 3 here. All right? It is just the number in front of x. X is just a variable, all right? So our slope, if we look back in example 1, is 3. In our second example here, it is negative 3 because of the minus sign, the negative sign in front of the 3, okay? All right, that was your lesson day on finding slope in an equation.